Hello, my name is Clark Simmons, and I am here today with Chase, Alex, and Jessica to talk about our company, Advanced Footwear. I will talk briefly about Advanced Footwear's strategic vision and competitive strategy. Then Chase will discuss our production and finance strategy. Alex will explain Advanced Footwear's performance, and Jessica will conclude with a quick summary and forecast for Advanced Footwear. Our company's strategic vision was simple. We would lead the industry by providing great quality for a low price. We had to quickly change and adapt our overall strategy to stay competitive. We increased our capacity early on and borrowed a lot of money to expand. This initially lowered our credit rating and investor expectation, but by doing this, we flew under the radar of our competitors for the first few years. Our mission was to quickly dominate the industry by controlling the wholesale market while we slowly increased our control over the private label and internet market. To do this, we had to complete a few objectives. First, we had to control the wholesale market by increasing the variety of shoes we sold, while lowering our price. Then we slowly increased our sales in the private label market. The last objective was to promote our internet sales and marketing so we could increase our lead. Advanced Footwear's competitive strategy is what allowed us to become an industry leader. By using the wholesale market as a foundation to our success, we then slowly increased our private label sales. Then we noticed that the internet market provided a large area for growth. So we increased our concentration on internet sales while also increasing our marketing through our celebrities. Let me now step aside for Chase to explain our production and financial strategy.
Well, our production strategy was a little aggressive, but it was one that we felt like we'd be able to capitalize on the industry that we were in. Initially, we added more capacity right off the bat. We felt that it was unusual for the market we were in, but we felt like that it would give us the leverage needed to be a top competitor. With this production strategy, we decided to initially make lower quality products in order to help reduce the production costs. Also, we utilized the private label market as a way to get rid of any excess of inventory, while also helping generate more revenues. Also, we based the decisions off of our unique strategy that we developed, along with the forecasts that we were seeing year to year based off our competition. And so, moving to the financial strategy, in order to add the excess capacity add the capacity that we did, we took out substantial amounts of loans versus utilizing equity. Now, we felt that maintaining equity within the company was more important than just issuing the stock. And so, while we weren't issuing the stock, we decided to repurchase stock at we felt were key times when our stock prices were relatively low. Also, in doing so, and with the way we anticipate our revenue streams being, what has helped increase our credit rating from a low rating to the rating that we desired by the end of the game.
Net revenues are not scored in the game. Advanced Footwear came in first place in year 19 while having 15% lower revenue than our nearest competitor. Net revenue does, however, provide an overall indication of performance, and Advanced Footwear consistently has significantly higher revenues than most other teams. Advanced Footwear's revenues had grown significantly, although there was some reversal in years 16 and 19. Earnings per share is one of the 5 performance metrics that the game is scored on. Although we managed to beat investor expectation every year except for one, we did not always have the highest EPS in our industry. We attempted to maximize EPS by maximizing earnings and buying back stock. By year 20, Advanced Footwear will have purchased all purchasable outstanding shares. Return on equity is the second of 5 scored metrics. As with EPS, we easily beat investor expectations, but did not always score best in industry. In order to maximize ROE, we invested heavily in stock repurchases and dividends in order to minimize shareholder equity. Advanced Footwear took a long-term view on company success. As such, we took out large loans in order to invest in production capacity. This had the short-term effect of having a very low credit rating. We also had to sell off North American capacity in order to cover the interest expense. However, in the long-term growth allowed higher revenues and profits, allowing us to pay off outstanding loans early while leveraging our higher credit rating to take smaller, low-interest loans to repurchase stock. With high debt and low profits, Advanced Footwear's stock price suffered early in the game. However, this had the fortunate advantage of allowing us to purchase company stock at a value. In year 19, with market demand having caught up to our production capacity and very little remaining stock left to purchase, our stock price soared, beating investor expectations and the industry by a large margin. Image rating, the final of 5 scoring metrics, is a composite of shoe star rating, market share in the 12 areas, and corporate citizenship. With our long-term view of performance, we deliberately allowed our image rating to suffer in order to achieve higher profits. With the final year coming up and our profits at an all-time high, we intend to devote more effort to improve our image.
Thank you, Alex. As you just saw from Alex's presentation, our performance improved steadily over the last 9 years, which has allowed us a top position on the leaderboard. Although we have been performing well above average, we have still been in heated competition. In years 18 and 19, our main competitors across the private label, wholesale, and internet markets were teams D&I, that's Dynamic Footwear and Image Incorporated. Both teams employed similar strategies as our team, that is, many models at a low price. We felt that we were at an advantage in predicting the actions of other teams in our class. We worked under the assumption that most students would take the actions recommended by our professor, and acting on that assumption, we based our decisions one step ahead of what the professor recommended. This worked very well for us for several years until teams D&I realized what we were doing and started to mimic our decisions. Looking at the SWOT analysis, our strengths were our decision forecasting abilities, as well as our ability to easily adapt to changes from our predictions. The decision forecasting was an opportunity for us to pull far ahead in the early years. A weakness of ours was to not realize how quickly another team would be able to duplicate our decisions. This was a threat to us because it allowed other teams to quickly move up to the leaderboard within just a couple of years. For years 21 and 22, we are predicting that we will continue to meet and exceed investor expectations. As of year 19, our earnings per share is $19.75, and we estimate that it will be at least $21.25 by year 21. Our return on equity is 32.8, and we estimate that it will be 33.5 by year 21. Our credit rating is an A, but we estimate that it will be back up to an A+ by year 21. Our stock price is currently trading at $424.72, and we estimate that it will be up to $450 by year 21. Finally, our image rating has fluctuated over the last few years, but is currently at 81. That's 11 points above investor expectations. We predict that it will be at least an 85 by year 21. All of our predictions are very conservative and based on our past 9 years of decisions. Overall, we have become a very passionate, profitable, and stable athletic footwear company that pushes the boundaries of what a good shoe is. Don't forget us, we're Advanced Footwear, producing athletes one pair at a time.